The deadline. The office smelled like burnt coffee and panic. Alex stared at his monitor. 8:02 a.m., 3 days. That's all he had left to finish the feature. If he missed the deadline, the client deal was gone. And maybe his shot at proving himself too. He wasn't the fastest coder, not even close. The senior devs were already deep in meetings, talking frameworks and APIs like a second language. And here he was, stuck on the first module. Come on, think. You've read the docs. You've done this before. The pressure hit like a wave. His code wouldn't compile. His cursor blinked like it was mocking him. Every click felt heavier. Every line of code slower. He whispered, almost defeated, "Alex, I can't mess this up." Then he noticed something new on his screen. A faint icon glowing at the corner of his editor. GitHub Copilot. Ready. Alex leaned closer. Copilot, huh? Let's see what you can really do. He didn't know it yet, but the countdown to the deadline had just become a countdown to something else entirely. The cursor blinked. Alex stared at an empty function, brain blank. The task was simple. On paper. Sort incoming data by priority, render dynamically. Simple. For someone else? He typed a few words, then deleted them. Again. And again. His coffee had gone cold. The office buzzed around him. Everyone busy, confident, fast. He leaned back, rubbed his eyes. I'm so far behind. Then he remembered that icon from earlier. GitHub Copilot. He placed his cursor above the function and whispered, "Let's try this." He typed a comment. Sort tasks by priority and timestamp. Within seconds, the screen filled with code. Clean, efficient. Exactly what he meant to write. Alex blinked. No way. He ran it. It worked. For the first time that week, he smiled. All right, Copilot. Guess we're in this together. The clock still ticked toward the deadline. But now, he wasn't coding alone. Something had changed. Alex's fingers moved faster, steadier. Every time he started a line, Copilot finished his thought. Loops, functions, even error handling. It just appeared, like the code already knew what he needed. He whispered, sort by date, and there it was. Filter by user. Done. Hours slipped by. The chaos that once filled his head began to quiet. He wasn't just coding, he was flowing. Then came the tricky part, integrating the API. Normally, it would have taken him all afternoon. He typed a quick note. Fetch project updates from endpoint and display status. Copilot generated the full block, complete with error checks and comments. Alex sat back, speechless. You just saved me 3 hours. For the first time, he wasn't chasing the deadline. He was ahead of it. By noon, Alex felt unstoppable. Code poured out of him like he'd finally cracked the secret. But just as he hit run, the terminal flashed red error, undefined variable. His stomach dropped. What? No, that can't be right. He scrolled through hundreds of lines. Everything looked perfect, until it didn't. He tried fixing it, but every patch broke something else. The confidence he'd built all morning began to crumble. The deadline clock blinked in his mind like a warning light. He slumped in his chair. Guess you're not perfect after all, Copilot. Then, a quiet suggestion appeared in the corner of his screen. Variable might not be in scope. Try declaring it before loop. Alex frowned. You're debugging me now? He followed the hint, made the change, and hit run. The console went silent. Then, success. He exhaled, laughing under his breath. Okay, maybe you are watching my back. The bug was gone. The momentum returned. But deep down, Alex realized, this wasn't just coding anymore. It was collaboration. The next morning, the office felt different. Alex walked in early, coffee in hand, confidence in stride. For the first time, he wasn't dreading his screen. He opened the project, stared at a new ticket. Refactor module for scalability. A week ago, he He wouldn't have even known where to start. Now he smirked. Let's ask the pro. He typed a comment. Refactor this function to handle larger data sets efficiently. Copilot responded instantly, transforming his tangled loops into clean, optimized logic. It even added comments explaining why each change improved performance. Alex read them carefully, nodding. So that's how that works. It wasn't just writing for him anymore. It was teaching him line by line. He started to understand patterns he'd only seen in senior dev code reviews. The more he worked with Copilot, the clearer everything became. He whispered, almost proudly, "You're not just finishing my code, you're making me better." For the first time, Alex felt like a real developer, not just surviving the sprint, but growing through it. By midweek, the project was nearly complete. Just one hurdle left: testing. The senior devs wanted full coverage, clean assertions, and zero room for error. Alex stared at the task list. Writing tests had always been his weak spot. Tedious, time-consuming, easy to mess up. He took a breath. "All right, Copilot, show me what you've got." He typed, "Write unit tests for the task sorting function." Within seconds, Copilot filled the screen with test cases, covering valid data, missing inputs, and even edge conditions he hadn't thought of. Alex ran them all green, every single one. He sat back, stunned. It's like you knew exactly what could go wrong. For the first time, the project felt solid. Not rushed, not patched together, but bulletproof. He leaned back, smiling. This isn't just code that works, it's code I'm proud of. Outside his cubicle, the hum of keyboards continued. But for Alex, the noise faded, replaced by something new: quiet confidence. Thursday night. The office was nearly empty, lights dim, screens glowing like islands in the dark. Alex was still there, one last feature to push before the demo. The clock read 10:42 p.m. The pressure was back. Every tick echoed through the silence. He scrolled through the last module, half-finished, messy, brittle. He rubbed his eyes. "I don't have time for this." Then Copilot lit up with a gentle prompt. "Want me to complete this function based on context?" He hesitated, then hit enter. Lines of code appeared like a symphony. Precise, readable, ready to deploy. Alex watched in awe. "You just finished it?" He ran the build, no errors, no warnings, just green across the board. He leaned back, the hum of the servers filling the silence. The kid who once panicked at empty files had just shipped a full feature in hours, not days. He looked at the glowing Copilot icon and whispered, "You and me, we beat the clock." Friday morning. The office buzzed with nervous energy. The team gathered around the big screen, coffee cups in hand, eyes fixed on the final build. Alex's heart pounded. This was it, the feature that could save the deal. The senior dev, Priya, glanced over. "You ready to show your part?" He nodded, though his hands trembled slightly on the keyboard. He clicked Run Demo. The app loaded flawlessly, tasks sorted perfectly, data streamed live, responsive and smooth. Every detail, seamless. Priya leaned forward. "Impressive work, Alex. How'd you pull that off so fast?" He hesitated, then smiled. "Had a little help." She raised an eyebrow. "Copilot?" He nodded. "Yeah, it caught my bugs, finished my code, even helped me write the tests." The room fell quiet for a moment. Then someone clapped. Then another soon. The whole team joined in. Alex grinned. The junior dev who once doubted himself had just delivered the cleanest demo of the quarter. And for the first time, he didn't feel like the new guy. He felt like part of something bigger, a team with a new kind of teammate. By Monday morning, word had spread. Alex's demo was the talk of the floor, smooth, stable, ahead of schedule. Even the CTO stopped by his desk. "Nice work on the rollout," she said, Heard you built the sorting engine almost solo. Alex smiled nervously. Not exactly solo. I had GitHub Copilot helping out. She chuckled. Smart. The best developers know when to get help, human or otherwise. As she walked away, Ryan, one of the senior devs, leaned over from the next desk. So you're telling me you built that API integration in one night? Alex shrugged, grinning. Technically, we did. Ryan smirked. Guess I need to start using it too. Alex glanced at his screen, the little Copilot icon pulsing softly in the corner. He realized it wasn't just about speed anymore. It was about confidence, creativity, freedom. For the first time, Alex didn't feel like he was catching up. He was leading. Weeks passed. The once junior developer had become the go-to problem solver. When deadlines loomed, people asked, "How does Alex do it so fast?" He never bragged, he just smiled, opened his editor, and started typing. Copilot was always there, quiet, steady, one step ahead. Now, the new project was even bigger. Tighter deadlines, higher stakes. But Alex wasn't worried. He wrote his first line of code, and as always, Copilot finished his thought. He paused, thinking back to that first desperate morning. The panic, the doubt, the blinking cursor. Now, that same cursor looked different. It wasn't waiting for him to catch up anymore. It was ready to move forward. He whispered, "All right, partner. Let's build something even better." And as the screen filled with new code, Alex realized something simple but powerful. He hadn't just upgraded his skills. He'd upgraded the way he worked. A human and an AI, side by side, building the future, one line at a time. Remember, fellow peers, GitHub Copilot isn't just autocomplete, it's your coding partner. It predicts your next line, builds full functions from a comment, and even spots bugs before you do. Like Alex learned, it's not about coding faster, it's about coding smarter. Because with Copilot, you're never typing alone. Thanks for watching, and don't forget to subscribe.